It is great to have a young motor racing star in the studio, as always, but especially one that comes from Gauteng. Especially one that comes from Joburg, because most of the guys we talk to, they either come from Pretoria, or they come from the Eastern Cape, or etc., all over the place. But it's great to have Mandla Mdakane. Is that sort of close enough?
It was pretty good.
Not
It was
bad,
actually pretty good, yeah.
Excellent, man. It's great to have you in the studio.
Thanks for having me.
It's our pleasure. And you racing locally for the Castrol Mini team.
Yeah, in the John Cooper Works.
In the John Cooper Works. And you're also racing some international stuff in the Masters, the China series.
Yeah, Formula Masters China.
Excellent. Okay, well, let's talk first about who Mandla is. So Mandla's from Joburg?
Yeah, just turned 21 this year from Joburg. Used to go to Crawford College in Sandton.
Okay, but do you have a driver's license?
Yes. Got it as soon as I was 18.
That's very good because, there's a couple of... Jordan Pepper's birthday today is 18.
Yeah.
He still doesn't have a license.
Yeah.
Calvin van der Linden is 19 and he doesn't have a license. So thank God we got one racing driver who's actually got a driver's license.
Now I was raring to get it as soon as I got the chance.
I can imagine. All right, so Joburg went to Crawford College. Where did the racing bug come from?
Well, my old man used to race back in the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Rally?
No.
Circuits?
Circuits with Polo Cup. He was with Chops and them.
Okay.
Back in the day, and Ian Pepper, that whole gang. And
Oh, my word. So you've had a rough upbringing.
I've had it also. As a kid, he used to take me to the circuits, and obviously there were the kart tracks. And as a little kid, I wanted to join in, and I begged. And eventually, at 4 years old, he budged and he got me a kart. Since then, I've never looked back.
Geez, that's fantastic to hear. I mean, karting is also, just so much fun. You won the Rotax, the
Mojo Cup.
The Mojo
Belgium.
Cup. Yeah,
Yeah.
that must have been one of the highlights.
Yeah, it wasn't the grand final, but it was my first outing ever racing overseas on a kart, and the competition was top notch there, and to get the win, which was pretty tough, but I was chuffed. Really
No,
chuffed.
I'm sure, man. That's a fantastic achievement. So from karting, then I suppose single seaters always. They're just something very, very special to drive. And now you're doing this Masters China series.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Did that come from karting, or was there a couple of steps in between?
Well, from karting, I did Polo Cup for 2 years.
Yeah.
Just had its ups and downs, but Polo Cup I rate is it's
a tough school.
It's a tough school, but one of the best.
Definitely, no, I couldn't agree with you more.
One of the best. And then since from there we took a chance and went to Malaysia for some testing about 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
With the old man, and after 3 days the pace was there, and a few teams, Meritus was testing there with their team, and they asked if I can come over. Last year I competed in the Asia Cup Formula BMW, but I had Polo Cup here, so it was a bit of half and half, and now doing the full season in Formula Masters, and I'm loving it.
I know, it must be quite... And also, you're in the top team as well.
Yeah.
Which does help. You were telling me now, unfortunately, you had problems with flights to Malaysia, and you missed the qualifying, etc., etc. But the race weekend, were you happy with it, despite that? Because single seater is very difficult to overtake, as we know.
Yeah, coming from the tin tops, like in the minis, it's completely different. I can't see my nose cone. My mirrors are really, really small, and you got to think about the wings.
Typical racing driver. I didn't see anything. Yeah, it's a racing driver for you.
It's completely different, but despite all of the mishaps that happened, it's an awesome circuit. I love racing abroad as well. It's a completely different experience, and I'm loving the single seaters there as well. So
how many more races do you have in the single seaters for the rest of the season?
I have 4 more left.
Okay.
4 more left, yeah.
And the objective for that, where are you sitting at the moment in terms of the points and those kind of things?
The points, I think I'm about 9th or 8th after the last weekend, which wasn't the best, but top 10. But the next few circuits, Malaysia's in a week and a half, and I've done lots of laps there. I really love that circuit.
That's Sepang.
Sepang, yeah.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. Besides the heat, which is a bit much, but that's.
But we're African. We know the heat.
It's like 35 degrees all day, every day.
Yeah, I know, it's hectic.
Yeah,
so what's your objective for that? Is in the next 4 races? If you're sitting 9th at the moment, are you hoping to get a top 5, a top 3?
Hopefully, I think. Well, the team's been preparing me pretty well. I think we could push for podiums in each and every event, and that's what we go out to do. We want to win. We don't want to hang around in the mid pack. So just focus and prepare, and hopefully we can bring back some more silverware.
That would be brilliant. And the expectation of the team, did they put any undue pressure on you? Because I mean, last season they won the championship.
Yeah.
But they bring you in. Did they sit there and say, "Well, we want you to win the championship," or do they sit there and say, "Listen, let's treat this as year one, as a learning experience. Let's see what we can achieve"?
Well, from last year, they had kind of been grooming me slowly. I had been doing some testing here and there in the Masters car. But I think, as anyone knows, we've got Roman and everyone racing overseas.
Yeah.
As a South African going over there, you have to give yourself a year to learn everything there, to learn the circuits, because everyone there has been there for at least more than 2 years. So this year's been the learning year, but we're picking up pretty quick. So second half of the season, we can turn around.
Exactly, and I mean, it sounds very, very positive for the future in the single seaters, and I'm sure that's where you want to, eventually go. I was in Hungary now, and I was watching Roman in the GP3s.
Yeah.
And I mean, I tell you, we get the results, and he finishes P14 or finishes P15, but there's nothing between them.
Yeah, it's super close.
It is so close, and I mean, it's incredibly tight driving. Is that what you're experiencing in the Masters as well?
Yeah, I mean, it's just split seconds in every session, every qualifying. It's just hooking up the perfect lap every single lap with 17 other drivers all around you at the same time.
Yeah, no,
but it's top racing.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, listen, wish you well with that. That's going to be brilliant. Let's talk a little bit about the Mini driving in Class T. Amazing stuff. And you got your first victory. When is it? Last weekend?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago in East London.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's an incredible circuit. You got to have some big cojones to drive around that one.
But it's past. It was the first outing out. I had been doing a bit of testing with the guys, and I got the chance to now. I think complete the rest of the season. And with Lee as my partner, he's like a front wheel specialist of
he's brilliant.
note. So, unfortunately, he had a bit of bad luck, but he's been grooming me. The team's been
Did he have
excellent.
the big off with Graham?
No, that
was you.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay.
That was me, but we'll let the stewards deal with that. I think the TV footage will show the truth.
Okay. Well, I haven't seen it yet. I just heard that Nathan had this big off, and he was cross.
I won't comment, but the team's been great. I was ecstatic to get my first win, first time in the car.
Brilliant.
I mean, I'm loving the car, the whole team on board, Castrol, ADF. They've really been supporting me and backing me, and I'm loving it. Hopefully I'm off to Pakisa tomorrow, and
that's right.
Hopefully me and Lee can bring back a 1-2.
Well, listen, I mean, and it's such a competitive class. I mean, you've got the VWs, you've got the Fords, you've got yourselves in there. The Chevy will be back as well. So, I mean, it's just fantastic. It really is brilliant racing. It would be great if there were 5, 6, maybe another 10 cars in the category as well. But it's also, I mean, it's hard knock life out there. I mean, these boys give nothing, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm kind of the new kid on the block.
Yeah, so Graham's not going to be very happy or kind to you this weekend.
Nah, but I'll watch out for him. But I guess everyone will have their eyes on both of us, I'm sure. But
hey, racing's racing, my friend.
Rubbing is racing, but I'm out there to bring the car back in one piece if I can and get more points.
No, exactly. And I mean, as you say, first time out in the car as well. You're going now next weekend or this weekend, which should be terrific racing. Pakisa, you must have driven Pakisa.
Yeah, I've driven Pakisa.
So I mean, it's also a stunning circuit as well.
Yeah, really nice circuit.
Yeah, and gives great opportunities for overtaking in this kind of racing.
Yeah, I mean, we had a bit of a speed disadvantage in East London, which kind of hampers us a bit. But Pakisa's a little bit tight and nimble, so I think the Mini will give the boys a run.
So now, your plans now for the rest of the season is are you going to try and complete all of the circuit racing here, the series, the Super Series?
Yeah, it is a little bit tight. There's about a week between my races overseas and here in South Africa, but I think the team's worked it out, and I think I can make all of them and finish it up. Well, I'm loving the car anyway, so
yeah, it's brilliant fun.
I'll do my best to be here.
So where do you see? I mean, next year are you still going to be in the FMCS series?
Well, it's either we're weighing up our options. It's either doing another season or we go into one of the GT categories, because it's sponsored by VW Finance. So that's the Lambo, the Porsche, and everything.
Yes.
So they give us like a sort of a gateway into all of those three. And GT racing has really picked up
No, it's amazing.
Over the last
And
couple of years.
Any plans maybe to even go and try and do Scirocco?
We could try it out. That's also another option.
Yeah.
I guess we could have a word with Uncle Ian. He's big mates with my dad, so
Yeah.
that's also another opportunity. There's lots.
So
to do.
there's quite a few.
Yeah, there's
I mean,
quite a few.
Mandla, it's also, I mean, it's also very encouraging. We've got to see what's happening with a lot of our drivers overseas. We know that the costs are
Insane.
extraordinary. But, I mean, you see what Calvin's done over the last 2 years, what Jordan's done over the last 2 years as well. Roman in the single-seater GP3 category.
Yeah.
You know, there's quite a few, our guys in the bikes as well. I mean, it's very encouraging that we have so much talent over here. We just got to get, you know, more guys like you over there. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, same. And I think to get a bit of backing from SA and sports.
Where's the minister?
They are, that Mr. Razmataz, that wouldn't hurt us at all. I mean...
I tweet him every day.
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. Mbalula. I was like, hey, buddy, let's talk motorsport here. Come, let's do some stuff, you know?
Yeah, let's do some. I mean, the guys are doing well at Commonwealth now, but I mean, we've got so many world champions.
I know, it's incredible.
Our racing drivers kill it overseas. So I guess all we need is a bit of backing from back home and get some of us staying over that side and doing better.
Listen, we can only, you know, just push and hope that we do get more and more, you know, talents like yourself over there as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrific stuff. Well, listen, it's terrific to meet you. We wish you all of the best for the remainder of the Super Series circuit here, and then also racing all over in the Masters Cup. I think that's going to be terrific, and I'm sure you will get quite a few podiums and hopefully a victory or two.
You'll be pushing. Thank you very much.
All right, we wish you well. There we go. Mandla Mdakane in the studio here. He will be at Pakisa this weekend. Don't forget, I'll be catching up tomorrow with Greg Maloney. Will give us a rundown of everything that's going to be taking place over the weekend. So if you're in the Free State area, of course, Pakisa always fantastic to go there. Go and support Mandla in the minis and just keep him away from Nathan because he's a big guy. But I'm sure he can run faster than him.
Much faster.
And clearly drive faster than him. Or he's going to get upset. I think I'll phone him just now. I'll phone Graham. Hey, Graham, Mandla's here.
Keep up. You'll
have to keep up. You know, yeah, he's becoming a veteran now. All the best, young man.
Thank you very much.
Gearz. GearzOnBalls.co.za. Weekdays 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.